Alright, guys, so a news is coming in just now that a judge in Rhode Island had just ordered the Trump administration to make sure that full SNAP payments are delivered to the states by Friday. Yes, this is right. And this comes after the 2 weeks of confusion about the program during the government shutdown. The judge, US District General John McConnell, just ruled last week that the government must quickly distribute SNAP benefits, and this decision followed a lawsuit from a group called Democracy Forward, which argued that the Department of Agriculture's decision to stop SNAP payments during the shutdown was wrong and broke the law, and the Trump administration had promised to give out some benefits using emergency funds, but it only covered 65% of what people would normally get. They said that it would take at least weeks to send out these partial payments, and the Democracy Forward then asked the judge to force the government to speed things up or offer more help. And personally, I think it's frustrating to see how something so essential like Snap is caught up in the political games. These are the people lives we are talking about, the families who depend on the assistance to put food on the table. And the delay and the confusion not only cause stress for those struggling, but it's also unnecessary. The food security should not be bargaining chip in government negotiations, and it should not take a court order to make sure that people get the support they need. There's a real human impact behind these decisions, and it's disappointing to see how political interests can overshadow the urgent needs of everyday people. We all need to remember that the system exists to help the people and the most vulnerable. And in times of crisis like this, that help should be a priority and not a point of division. At the court hearing on Thursday, the government said that they had followed the judge's order and that the problem was this, that the state not sending out the benefits and by the judge, but we all know that the judge basically disagreed and saying that the government had not done enough to ensure payments would go out on time. And the judge also told that Trump administration to also use the other emergency fundings to make sure people get all their SNAP benefits. And now the McConnell said that people would go hungry if benefits weren't delivered, that the food banks would be overwhelmed. And he also pointed out that this was the first time in US history that SNAP benefits had stopped. And that's actually true. And in response, the Trump administration said that plan to appeal the judge's decision. And meanwhile, the Vice President J.D. Vance called the court order absurd. Yes, that's right. And said it wasn't right for a judge to tell the president how to handle the situation during a shutdown. And for many families, this delay in SNAP benefits has caused some serious problems, and some people are also skipping meals, and food banks are running out of supplies. And many SNAP recipients are worried that they won't be able to pay their bills because they need the money and they need the money for food. So, about 42 million Americans rely on SNAP, and most of them have children, older adults, or other people with disabilities in their homes. And the shutdown and the SNAP issue have led to blame from both political parties, with each side pointing fingers at others. And this is a total democracy. Some people, like Latonia Gamble, a 50-year-old SNAP recipient, are frustrated, like saying it's hard to survive when elected officials are fighting instead of working together to help those in need. And that's all I have to say about it. And if you guys have any thoughts about it, you can just drop them in the comment section, and make sure to share this video to all your friends to take a step forward and to talk against the community and to talk against the government decisions, as they are just ruling over us and they are making the system vulnerable. And because in times of crisis like this, we should help each other and remove the division between us, and we have to take the priorities and measure our essential steps and take up a stand against the possible government facts. So yeah, that's all from my side. I'll meet you in the next one. Till then, bye bye, take care, peace out, goodbye.